Last year you guys struggled a little bit during the regular season, but you were able to put it together and win a sectional championship last year. How do you build on that momentum and start out this season?
It's almost as if you're on a win streak. The first half in the regional was about as good as we can do, and then a stronger veteran team from Concord took over in that second half, and that's something that these guys haven't forgotten. And they know that the winning streak is over, and they got to get back. And they got to work right away after that loss, and they're ready to go.
It's always seems like you say it, but losing in the next round, it really does help them work that much harder, get them back in one.
The great thing about the state playoffs is everybody gets a chance. The bad thing about the state playoffs is there's only one team happy at the end, and that's life. That's life. We live in a competitive world, and losing makes you work harder, and that's what they remember. Is they remember the loss, and coaches always remember the losses more than they remember the wins.
Obviously, last year one of the big stories was losing Fia Cable. Mm-hmm. He's back this year. How much more does that help the offense?
Immensely. People talk about Mike and how well he throws the ball, which is fantastic. But what we love about Mike is how well he runs the option, which is what we do. And you put those two combinations together with his leadership and his strength and his ability and his experience, it helps tremendously.
Cody Miller took over for Fia Cable last year. Now, again, he's back.
We're running as one of the backups. We've got a number of backups that really played a lot of offense last year. I don't know if people realize this or not, but our school record books, Cody Miller has more passing yards than Mike Fia Cable. He had more as a sophomore than Mike did when he was a sophomore. So we've got some experience back there. You almost lost your camera.
That usually happens when you're at a football practice. I'm just kind of glad it didn't hit anything too bad. Anyways, talk about Ryan Watercutter. What does he do for this team offensively?
I don't know if it's ever happened at Bishop Dwenger where a junior was your most valuable player, voted most valuable player, unanimously by all the coaching staff. Offensively, he caught 56 passes last year. That's more than Tyler Eifert caught, so he broke that record. If he has the kind of season he had last year, he'll break all the receiving records held here. So if you look at the receivers we've had and the success they've had, that's quite an achievement. Not only that, he's a great blocker when we run. Defensively, he's a captain on defense. He's a 3-year starter, starting again at strong safety. Is able to tell everybody where to line up, which is key. You got to have somebody that knows where everybody's supposed to line up, and brings great experience and very physical play there at strong safety position.
Talking a little bit about lining up, that is one of the, I don't know if you want to say concerns, but at least there's new faces on the line. Yep. How much does that create a challenge for you?
We say every day, we will be as good as our offensive line is. If our offensive line comes together, they're able to punch holes in the defense, give us seams, double teams, protect our quarterback, we can score a lot of points.
Sure. And let's see, talk about the running back. Will it be by committee this season?
Committee is a good word. We do it. Our most experienced guy back there is Ryan Snyder, who looks very good early. He was a starter at the end of last season. We've got some other faces that have really done tremendous job so far. Tyler Tippman's a senior. We've worked Antonio Blackman in there. Peyton Philpott, who was a starting quarterback at one time last year. He's playing running back, and I don't want to slight anybody there, but by not mentioning them, but there's a lot of guys who can step in and play running back for us.
Is that kind of a good thing too?
Oh, it is. And we've gone to some one back with more wing backs than we have in the past, kind of a shoot formation. And that allows a guy like Marcus Stepp, who's been an inside receiver, to also play one of those wing backs and get the ball quite often. So there's another guy to add to your committee. We're trying to do what we can with what God gave us, and that is he gave us a great quarterback. He gave us a lot of great receivers. We haven't talked about Keenan Centliver yet. Keenan is a tremendous weapon at split end. He's 6'6". He runs great, catches well, is a tremendous blocker on the edge. So we got some weapons there.
Awesome. That's all I had, Coach. Anything else?
Yeah, I think one thing that is always overlooked, oftentimes by people who watch the game and coaches and media, is the kicking game. it's at least 1/3 of high school football. And we're very blessed to have a weapon there. We have a place kicker in Trey Castleboro, who is very accurate as what you'd call a short field goal extra point guy. He's 21 of 22 in extra points and made all his field goals last year. We have a long kicker in Stephen Colligan, who is a threat to put it in the end zone every single time. And kick long field goals. And Stephen is also a punter who's able of just absolutely ripping some bombs. And they're all back, including our holder. And we found a long snapper now, so we feel really good about the kicking game.